Hey, you know what the world relies on? Spinning. Yeah, spinning. Why do I say this? Well, it's because most of our electricity is generated by something spinning. Let me explain. Let's start with something largely called thermal power, where you use a heat source to heat water to make steam turn a turbine. The first subclass of this is what I call arson. Coal, biomass, gas and oil. Burn those, heat water, make steam, turn turbine, simple as. The next are the nuclears, fission and fusion. So people find nuclear fission scary because when it goes wrong, it goes very wrong. But it's weirdly simple. You get a load of uranium rods, you expose them to each other, the mutual radiation makes them grow hotter and hotter, you use the heat of that to boil water to make steam to make turbine go brrr. There's also another safer version of that where you expose thorium salt to a sample of plutonium and it does the same thing but with built-in meltdown protection. So yeah, fission is basically the world's most dangerous kettle. And then there's fusion, the energy source of the future. Ad infinitum. Basically fusion is copying the sun. It takes hydrogen and turns it into deuterium or helium. We can already do this. The issue is that we can't do it in a way where we get more energy out of it than we put in. Now how do you generate power from this? Well, it makes a lot of heat, which boils water, which makes the turbine go brrr. Yes, basically, the power source of the future is the same thing that makes Thomas and his friends move. Would this make every electric train running under this a steam train? Anyway, let's move on to things that don't use steam because they too spin. First one is wind, which is my personal favourite form of electricity because it's cheap, it looks nice, and it pisses off Donald Trump. I don't need to say how it spins. Wind blows and it moves the blades, which makes electricity. Simples. And it generates a lot of power, especially here in Whimdy, Scotland. But the thing is, what happens when you have an excess of power? Well, this is where hydro batteries comes in, which is a form of hydropower. Basically, moving water makes a turbine go brrr. But hydro batteries are even cooler because when there's excess water in the system, the turbines become pumps to pump water uphill to storage reservoirs where when they need a lot of power quickly, like when everyone goes to turn on the kettle after major TV events, yes, seriously, that actually happens here, they can get said power on the grid quickly. How cool is that? Okay, I know what you mortals are thinking. What about solar? That doesn't spin. And you're right, solar panels don't spin unless they're attached to a special thing that follows the sun. But you know what does spin? The sun. Yes, even solar power involves spinning. Everything is spinning. There is no escape from the spin.